Hi there. So today I actually happen to have my little miniature rose bush right here, who's going to help me with my video reflection. Um, this little miniature rose bush and I have been together, probably 8 months. I picked this little one up from a grocery store last fall sometime. You know those beautiful miniature roses that are in a lot of grocery stores that are full of a lot of lush green leaves and really pretty colored flowers, primarily because they've been forced so that they sell. Well, I've always loved roses, and I've moved so many times in my life that it just never really seemed right to try to really start a rose garden outside. Um, but every once in a while, I haven't been able to pass up bringing home one of these little miniature beauties and seeing what I could do to help it not just not just survive, but thrive and eventually burst forth with its own beauty in all kinds of in its own flowers, again and again and again. Um, so anyways, um, awfully proud awfully proud of this little rose bush and myself, for the new life that we've both nurtured and that we've both celebrated, and that we're both kind of sprouting um, through this winter. And now we're heading into the springtime, and it just seems right. It just seems right to somehow, as we head into spring, to use this time to burst forth with all the beauty that lies within us, and to be a source of beauty, a source of inspiration, a source of strength, a source of hope, for this world. And so, indeed, now that we're coming into spring, my little my little rose bush, which you can see, has all sorts of wonderful new new little green leaves on it. My little rose bush, I am preparing now to hopefully maybe consider uh, blooming with some flowers. In order to do that, I've learned enough that I know I need to feed this little one. So I've been feeding this little rose bush now for about a month and a half. The other thing that I learned is that rose bushes love sun, as much sun as they can get. This little one has usually sat in its rightful place on the shelf that you can see behind me with my other plants, um, and it's been a good place. It's been a good place for this little one. This little one has come forth with new life, even through the winter season. But as I was thinking about all I could do to maybe help this little one, um, you know, show a bud and burst forth with a beautiful flower, I realized that maybe there was another place in my house, a window in my kitchen, that is probably the place where the most sunlight streams in. And when I'm standing at my kitchen sink, I can feel the warmth of the sun right on my face. And so indeed, I moved this little one to that window, and I set it up a whole place, where this little one would be safe and could just soak in the sun. Imagine my surprise when, as I've been checking on this little one, I noticed that some of its leaves began turning yellow. And some of them got so yellow that they actually started falling off. And this was just in a matter of maybe a week or so. And I, in this time of this pandemic, where we're practicing self-isolation, self-quarantine, social distancing, um, and and are rediscovering what it means maybe to just spend time with ourselves, it occurred to me that this little rose bush might actually be missing it's plant buddies, um, all of those, like I said, that you see behind me. And so I immediately um, moved my rose bush from that new place in my kitchen window back to its original place on the shelf. And sure enough, I haven't I the yellow leaves are beginning to turn more green now, and I haven't seen any more yellow leaves. All I did was return this miniature rose back to its place among its friends. And it occurred to me that in this time of the pandemic and the social distancing, like I said, um, how important really connection is. And we're trying to do our best to stay connected to family and friends. Fortunately, we do have phones with FaceTime and everything, so at least we can stay connected. Um, It'll be a grand day indeed, when we can actually give our family members who don't live with us great big hugs and sit and talk with them and have them close to us. That'll be a grand day indeed. But at least we do have the phones and the FaceTime to at least stay connected. Um, but but it isn't the same. It isn't. I had a little glitch in my computer here, and all of a sudden the video stopped. So we'll see. You might see a little blip as we put together these two videos, or these two segments of this video. But uh, yeah, as let's not forget the importance of connecting with that which gives us life, that which makes us want to sing and have hope. Um, in essence, that's really what my little miniature rose bush was connecting with when I put her back on that shelf. It was the energy of life that I think she was getting from the other plants. So let's not forget that connection. And the other piece is, as a hospice spiritual caregiver, that I just put out there is, a lot of people hear the word hospice and think that what we do is all about death. And I just want to say that really what we're about in hospice is not working with death. It's not about death. Ultimately, what we're doing in hospice is about life. It's about helping our families, helping our patients live as fully as they can every moment that's right in front of them. Really, hospice is about living as fully, giving yourself to life, until until that time when we step out of this life we've known into whatever it is that we believe is coming. But it's about living. It's about making the most of what's right in front of us, and certainly being able to know that there are those around us, that we're not alone, that there are those around us who are celebrating and making that journey as much as they can, as far as they can with us too. So yeah, I want to thank my little rose bush here, for helping me with this reflection, and for being for me one of the symbols of that connection to the energy of life that that brings me reason to keep going, reason to smile each day, reason to move forward with hope and intention into each new day.